My Steelers are back in the win column, and actually, I think this might be the last weekend in college football that all three of my teams will play and all three of my teams will win. I could be wrong. There, but I think this might be one of the last. So if it is the last weekend that I get to celebrate all of my teams winning, I got to watch them play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They all won, so kudos to me for that. Also, congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers for not making me denounce my fandom as I move forward the rest of the season. You came in, you took care of business against the Cincinnati Bengals, and I am grateful for that. This is one of those weird AFC North games where I don't know what was happening. I don't know what was happening. I just remember at one point thinking, we can't win for losing. We're winning and we're doing all these great things, and then we lose and then we do dumb things. So it was just one of those games, AFC North game. We won, and at this point, a win on the road against an AFC North opponent, that is all I can ask for. And so I will take this win. I will honor this win. I will love on this win, and I'll do all the things. So I'm happy that we came out of that, whatever that thing was on Thursday, and that we showed up for this game and that we played like we were supposed to play on Thursday. But it is what it is. We only have 3 losses, so I can move forward. I can be a big girl. Yes, that game still annoys me, but that's okay. We scored a lot of points today. This offense was rolling. The officials still suck. All the things happened the way it was supposed to go in the NFL, right? All is right in the world. And I am recording this after the Ravens lose to the Eagles, and everything seems perfect. But let me talk about how amazing my Steelers are and the things the Steelers have done to frustrate me on the other side of this video. And I'm happy to say that the offense showed up. I still don't know what this offense is because the Cincinnati Bengals defense is absolutely terrible. That defense is atrocious. Shout out though for the Steelers for having those days off, coming back, getting refocused, getting dialed back in, and taking care of business on the road. Road wins are hard in the NFL, and I am honored and glad that we were able to get this one. I also would like to report that there was a Mike Williams sighting. No, I don't believe he got any catches, but Mike Williams did get to play today, so that is good. We still played a lot of Cordell Patterson, and you know what? It is what it is. He did his job. He did what he was supposed to do. But I would like to report that Mike Williams was in the game. So maybe that means moving forward, we're going to start having Mike Williams play the game. And I also want to say, before I get into the things that I loved, I was anxious as soon as Justin Fields ran in on 3rd down to seal the game. And I'm glad to see them. I'm glad to see him. I like when I get to see Justin Fields, but this Steelers offense just makes me so nervous. And the truth is I don't trust them. And that's just what it is. But we won. So I will get into the things that I loved. The things that I loved, no surprise here, 3 turnovers. Three turnovers. We got a strip sack. Check. We got a tipped ball interception. Check. We got a scoop and score from this defense. I am obsessed with this defense. Like, actually, the defense, in my opinion, actually had one of the worst games, but they got turnovers, and those turnovers helped us with the game. So I'll just leave that where it's at. So shout out to that. So good job on the defense for those 3 turnovers. Also, Russell Wilson had a game today. Shout out to Russell Wilson. He played his butt off today, and everybody, just shout out to him. He did what he was supposed to do. He looks like a leader. Like seeing him on the sidelines. Like seeing him get this offense fired up and ready to go. So shout out to him for that. The other thing I'll say that I thought was kind of interesting today was shout out to Broderick Jones stepping in and trying to control or talk to George Pickens. Didn't have that on my bingo card in any way, shape, or form. So shout out to Broderick Jones for stepping up and being a leader. Like, I don't know. Maybe we're turning a new leaf. Like, maybe we have him. He's got it all figured out. Just maybe. We got the ball back before halftime and we scored 3 points. I wanted a touchdown, but that's okay. We scored 3 points. Did I already say this offense scored 44 points? I don't think some of you realize how great it is for this offense to score 44 points. So I am just very proud of the win, and I'm very proud of them making plays when they need to make plays. As a fan, I will be honest with you, this is one of those games that's hard for me to judge because in my opinion, the defense didn't play great, but they found ways to win, and we moved the ball well, which was great to see, but it was just one of those games that, like, if I was an X's and O's girl, I would probably be in the X's and O's and I would probably be scoring them higher than I'm scoring with my eyes, but it just kind of is what it is. We won the game, and I'm just going to move on to my whatever. My whatever is the refs absolutely suck. The refs are awful. Their left tackle jumped off sides, if not every other play, every third play, and it was so obvious. It was so obvious that the telecast even had a whole montage of him jumping off sides all game and not getting called for it. So I don't know what's wrong with these officials. I don't know why they can't see. I don't know why they won't throw flags for my Steelers team. It is absolutely ridiculous. These refs are terrible, but everything Joey Porter does, we're throwing a flag. It's crazy. He was offsides the whole game, but you know what? I've said before, these refs sucks. I made a video about the refs sucks, and if I think about it, I'll flag it somewhere up here. But these refs in football are so bad. They're impacting their product, and quite frankly, I get that they don't care, but as a fan, it is extremely frustrating to watch every week. The things that I hated, we had 9 penalties for 103 yards. Yes, a lot of those penalties were George Pickens. That is absolutely unacceptable. Bad football, that's bad, that's undisciplined. I don't want to see that crap. The other thing is, too, we had a blocked field goal. Our offensive line just decided not to block. Like, I don't know what that was. They just literally decided not to block, and the field goal got blocked. So I don't know what that was. I don't know what was going on. The other thing I'm going to say I hated, which is kind of funny because I just praised the defense on the other side of this, is this defense, I felt like they weren't ready to go. However, I will say, though, that the Bengals offense they have a great offense. The Bengals offense is actually really good. Even though their record is not very good, their offense is really good. And so I didn't love anything that our defense did per se. I loved the turnover, so maybe that's what I loved. And you know what? I loved that they got third down stops when they had to get third down stops. So the defense did what they were supposed to do today. It was just, again, one of those games as a fan, I was anxious the whole time because I never knew what was going to happen, because I know that the Cincinnati Bengals offense can explode at any time. So that was concerning. The other thing I absolutely hated was why our defense allowed the 50-yard gain at the end of the game. We're up by 13. You're playing prevent defense. The one thing that you're playing to prevent is the thing that actually happened. So I don't understand what happened there with the defense, but whatever. I also need George Pickens to figure it out ASAP. Figure it out right now. It has to stop right now. Anytime you are continuously getting 15-yard penalties in the game, I have a problem with that. I also find it interesting that the NFL is making it a habit to flag us as much as possible when our guys do extracurricular activities. When I sat and watched football all day today, and I watched this happen all day, and I didn't see as many flags thrown on other teams as I did as the Steelers team. Now, I'm not one of those people that's going to sit here and blame the refs for the reason that we lost games, but it's becoming a habit that they get in these games and every single little thing that we do, they call it. But yet on the other side of the ball, you have a left tackle that is literally false starting on every single play and he doesn't get called for it. I don't understand this imbalance. I don't understand why the Steelers get this treatment, but it's annoying. Yes, George Pickens has to be better, but these officials also have to be better because I'm sick and tired of their crap because they are not good. The random thing I just want to throw in here is these coaches need clock management training. All of these coaches that coach football, from college to NFL, they all need clock management training. They need clock management training on how long it takes to run a play. They need clock management training on when to call a timeout. They need clock management training on how to use timeouts. I think that it is a lost art of how to manage the clock properly. Because in this game, going in at half, the Steelers, I was like, this is good. Everything's going great. Then all of a sudden, we forgot how to manage the clock. Now, granted, it wasn't as bad as Chicago because we actually got a field goal out of it, but I'm tired of seeing these coaches not know how to manage clocks. So I don't know what these coaching staffs are doing, but they have to learn how to manage the clocks because these are costing their teams games. It's like these terrible clock management decisions, the terrible situational awareness by them. I feel like all week they spend so much time on getting their teams ready and so much time getting them focused on executing and doing the things they're supposed to be doing that they don't focus on themselves and learning and reflecting and doing the things that they're supposed to do. And it could cost their team games. So I need these coaches to focus in on clock management. Specifically, Mike Tomlin needs to focus in on managing the clock. Specifically, Steve Sarkisian needs to focus on clock management, managing the clock. Although he does a pretty good job of it. He does a pretty good job of it. He does a pretty good job of it. He runs the ball when he needs to run the ball, and I respect him for that. The Coach Prime needs to focus on clock management. These coaches need to work on managing the clock effectively, situational awareness. Just like their players practice, they need to practice. They need to have a meeting about it because There's been too many times where I've been watching and I'm like, what the hell is this clock management? So I will get off that soapbox. The Steelers are 9-3. We are going to play the Browns this week. This is our time to redeem that snow game loss, because what was that? I don't know what Steelers team was that showed up that day. I don't know what happened to the offense the first half of that game, besides the fact that we played Baltimore and all of those things. And welcome back TJ Watt, because TJ Watt showed up today and did what he was supposed to do. So I hope the Steelers are ready to go next week. I hope they take a deep breath. I hope they come off this win, and I hope they get ready to play the Browns. And I hope they have a better showing of what they did last week, because last week that was a disaster. I don't want to see that team ever again, actually. I want to see, well, I do want to see the defense that was able to get the 3 turnovers. That's all I want to see from that team. Like, that's all I want to see. I don't want the coaching back. I don't want the clock management. I don't want any of that crap. I want to see the offense I saw today in a combination of the defense I saw against the Ravens and all the turnovers. That is what I want to see moving forward for the Steelers team. But I will end this video here, as I always do. And then on the other side of this, I'll rant about the 2 things I'm keeping my eye out on, and then we will move forward. We will all be happy. So as always, don't forget to like. If you have something to say, leave me a comment, share with your friends. If you have other Steelers fans, share with them, and all those fun things. But I will end this video here. Here we go.
2 things I'm looking forward to as we head into playing this Browns team. It should come as no surprise because we literally just played the Browns. The very first thing I'm going to be focused on is this offensive line. The last time we played the Browns, Myles Garrett and that defensive line from the Browns was giving our offensive line problems. So I hope that we have a better game plan coming into this game, and that our offensive line holds like it's supposed to, and that we can give guys time. Because like I said before, this Browns team is not very good. We just didn't play well. And so I am looking to see how this offensive line shows up and how they play next week, because I'm curious to know. The other thing is, as we get deeper into the season, obviously it should come as no surprise, is health. I really need us to step up and play this game, and I hope all the guys that are injured are ready to go this game. If they're not, I believe we have the Ravens after we play the Browns, but I can't remember. I don't actually remember off the top of my head, but I need us to be healthy heading into this Browns game. Like, doesn't everybody need to be healthy heading into, as the season goes on? Like, isn't everybody like, I need to be healthy, I need to be healthy? But I really want us, because we're missing some players on defense, and in my opinion, it's impacting our defense. But I just need us to focus in this week. I need us to celebrate this win. I need us to have a great victory Monday, and then I need us to focus in on this Browns game, because I need us to beat the Browns and take care of business. Because if we beat the Browns, that makes us 3-1 in the AFC North, and I need us to be 3-1 in the AFC North, because we still are contending to win the AFC North. And if anybody would have thought the Steelers would be contending to win the AFC North at the beginning of the season, you either had to be a Steelers fan, or you just had to be throwing it out there because you believe in Mike Tomlin, because you know what, we're here. Here we go. No, but seriously, I'm going to end this video here. Honestly, here we go is right, but that was the wrong context. Anyways, I'll end this video and stop rambling. Here we go.